A white man reviewing Charlie's Angels. And get ready for that dislike button on this video. Guys, this is my review for Charlie's Angels 2019. I know I'll probably get a lot of dislikes for this video, whether that be my positive or negative thoughts. Just throwing it out there. I think it's going to be kind of funny. Anyways, enough with that though. Charlie's Angels 2019 is a remake of the first film with Drew Barrymore and Cameron Diaz, and that itself was actually a reboot of the TV show that came out, I believe it was the 70s. This adaptation, though, is directed by Elizabeth Banks, who also directed Pitch Perfect 2, and it follows a young system engineer who blows the cover on a dangerous technology, and Charlie's Angels are called upon, and they must somehow save the world. This is a movie that, based on the trailers, I wasn't sure what to think because I think the cast looked really intriguing. You know, you have Naomi Scott from Aladdin fame, Kristen Stewart, who I know a lot of people that don't like her. I think she's a fine actress. And then you have Ella Balinska, I think that's her name, Elizabeth Banks, Ian McKellen. I mean, not Ian McKellen. Patrick Stewart. My mistake. I just saw The Good Liar, so seeing two X-Men, Illuminati's interesting stuff. Then you have Sam Claflin. So this is a cast that's really good stuff, and the cast is game. They're really good. And on top of that, I think that not only is the cast really good, but the banner of Charlie's Angels is very engaging. I found it to be very organic. And it's going to sound crazy to say that, but I really dug that part about the movie. Like, whenever it focused on the Charlie's Angels just like talking, even though it wasn't that funny, I thought that it was cool to see the rapport with them. Like, they had, like, it seemed like inside jokes and everything that only they understood as like actresses playing these characters. And I don't know, I really dug that. I also liked the sound design in the movie. I don't think it's great or anything, but listening to an IMAX was pretty cool. Pacing was also neat. Disjointed in some spots, but for the most part, it did go by pretty fast. But I'm not gonna lie, and this is why early in the review I mentioned the dislike button, like how I'm getting ready for that. I didn't like this movie. And you know, my thing is like when I gave Wonder Woman I think I gave it like a 4 out of 5 star rating. I got so many dislikes for that video, at least for me personally. So I'm already prepared for the Charlie's Angels review to get dislikes. But hear me out first. I think that this movie, like, I wanted it to be good. I really did. Based on the trailers, I thought it could be good. It has potential. And I finally saw the original Charlie's Angels from the early 2000s, and I thought it was terrible, which is why I was so excited for the remake. Because my thing with remakes is that if you're going to do a remake, do it of a movie that wasn't good to begin with, because you can then have so much room to do your own thing. And I think that this movie kind of was trying to do its own thing, but at the same time kind of got tripped up in spy genre cliches. Like, this movie felt very 2015. And by that, I mean that 2015, that was when I started noticing about the spy genre and how stale it can feel. That year, we had the fifth Mission Impossible, we had Spectre, we had Spy, we had Kingsman. That's 4 spy movies already. And there were a couple others too, I believe, that came out that year. And they all followed the same formula, pretty much to a T. And this movie, I feel like, follows that same formula. And I understand some people are fine with formulaic movies, and that's why I'm going to say this right now. This isn't a terrible, terrible movie. It's just a movie that could have been good if it had actually broken out of those cliches and or had done it in a organic and natural feeling way, but it didn't. On top of that, this movie's genre is action comedy. The action scenes are not well filmed. In fact, they're terrible with the way that they're shot. It's almost like Michael J. Fox started filming this movie. It's terrible. It really is terrible to say that, but it's the truth. There's no real sense of what's going on. You know, it's just rapid editing, throwing the camera in the middle of the action, and you're just like, I guess action's happening. I don't know. And that's the thing. There's no real momentum during these action scenes. It feels very safe because of that, because you kind of get taken out of the movie during those scenes. On top of that, the comedy, I mentioned the chemistry of Charlie's Angels is really good, but you have a problem when the comedy falls flat. I laughed one time with this movie, and it's at the very end involving Sam Claflin's character and a character that died. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see the movie. I think that scene was hilarious. The rest of the movie, the other 99%, I didn't laugh. I didn't think it was funny. I kind of felt like it fell flat. And again, those are the two genres that this movie is: action and comedy, and it falls flat on both sides. You also have to deal with a boatload of villain cliches. You know, these villains are villains you've seen a million times before. It even has a henchman that you feel like you've seen in, like, I don't know, the Indiana Jones movies like 35 years ago. But most importantly, I think that I'm not expecting every movie to be original, but I do have a firm belief that it's all on how you go about a movie. And I know I said that earlier, but if you go about the material in a refreshing way, then it's all inspiring almost. And it's kind of like, cool, you know, there's hope for this genre. But I feel like Elizabeth Banks, the way she directed this movie, it felt very safe. You know, there wasn't really any overarching message other than girl power, which I'm all for. I'm saying that right now. I'm all for that. But I just kind of wish that they weren't getting leftovers, you know, because I want there to be a female, you know, a strong female, you know, central action film that is really good. I don't want it to be where it's just like leftovers, you know, like because that's essentially what it is. You know, why are women getting all these leftover franchises? You know, why aren't they getting like their own? Because Charlie's Angels in itself, it's essentially like a Mission Impossible franchise esque James Bond franchise. It's literally everything in this movie that you've seen. It's been in those franchises. Start your own trend. You know, like it's kind of like last year. I'm gonna go on a rant here, but it's kind of like last year. We had Ocean's 8 come out, which is pretty much leftovers of Ocean's 11. I didn't like Ocean's 8. I thought it was very safe. But then you had Widows came out like 6 months after Ocean's 8. And that movie was incredible. That was also a heist movie. It wasn't a part of a property. It did its own thing, and it felt very unpredictable. And Widows was one of my favorite movies of last year. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like if they took their own material, their own original script, and went with an action comedy in their own fashion, it would be awesome. And that's why I'm saying that I'm especially hard on this movie because I feel like it's something that for me personally, I just can't accept. I can't accept leftovers, especially when I know how to cook. And that's why this movie, Charlie's Angels, for me personally, I think that chemistry aside of the Charlie's Angels crew itself and the cast giving it their all, I think that this movie is very disappointing. I think that it could have had potential to be one of those rare remakes that's actually better than the original, but alas, it's not. It's a movie that unfortunately is neither funny nor well choreographed in terms of its action scenes. And at the end of the day, it fell flat and really didn't have any like messages that resonated with me or personally the audience that I was with. And that's why me personally, Charlie's Angels 2019, I'll be giving it a 2 out of 5 star rating. So yeah, no hot sauce rating. Those are again my thoughts on Charlie's Angels, and I know I went a little bit of rant, but it's 2019. So, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of Charlie's Angels 2019. Did you like it more than the original or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What's your favorite spy movie? Me personally, it's probably Casino Royale or Skyfall. What can I say? They push the genre, above and beyond what it's capable of. That's my favorite spy movies. Let me know yours in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.